We have a sneak peek at next week's Bachelor with a synopsis of the next episode. We are going to break it all down. Hey guys, and welcome back to another shared news. We got an exciting Bachelor update to get into today, some predictions. But before we do that, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell if you haven't already so you never miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host and Bachelor expert, Zachary Reality, joined by the lovely Morgan Wright. And Morgan, we had a week off from The Bachelor. Did you like this week off, or did you feel like, why now? We were just getting started. It was just getting good.
No, I hated it. And it's so funny because how many times have I complained about Bachelor fatigue with these back-to-back seasons? And then as soon as we have 1 week off, I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself if The Bachelor is not on Monday nights.
No, literally, I was like, what am I supposed to do? I think I ended up going out with friends because I was like, there's nothing on TV unless like anyone watches The Amazing Race. I think that's on Mondays. So if you do watch that, let us know. But I was just like, maybe they should have given us that week off in the first week of the new year. It's like once the season starts, then we get the ball rolling and we're so invested. So I kind of thought it
Yeah.
was just like, oh, the drama was
Well,
just
it was
getting
because
good.
of football.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
because
because
of football.
the
I
playoff
know.
game. But why not just wait until after, the football season is over to
Football.
then start? That would give us like a month.
Yeah. It would have given us a few weeks off, but I guess they got to keep it going. And I've always loved how they do The Bachelor the first week of January every year. That's been a tradition of mine for over 10 years. But we're going to start breaking down this episode synopsis because it looks like things are going to pick up right where they left off. And it says, following last week's cliffhanger, Clayton confronts one of the women about a shocking rumor involving her. But will her explanation check out, or will Clayton break tradition and take back a rose? So obviously we are talking about Cassidy, who just got confronted or was about to get confronted about her boyfriend, friends with benefits. We don't know the full story yet that she told Sierra about in the house, and then Sierra relayed that information to Clayton. Cassidy already had the group date rose, but Clayton might take it away. We did see that final scene. Morgan, picking up where we left off, what do you think is going to happen next week with Cassidy?
It's definitely about Cassidy, and she definitely is going home. I mean, she spoiled the show for all of us on her Instagram story. So we all know that she's going home. We all know that it's going to be a historical first. A bachelor is going to take back a rose, which I honestly feel like him giving Cassidy the rose to begin with was kind of like producer BS. I didn't believe that he actually wanted to do that. I think producers told him to do it, and he went along with it.
Oh, 100% to put some waves into the house, especially because Cassidy made a lot of waves on that date, but maybe he liked her. I mean, she did pull him by the pool a lot and they made out. I think he probably spent the most time with her on the date, so maybe he felt comfortable, but I'm not disagreeing with you, Morgan. And later, Kaitlyn Bristowe pays a surprise visit, leading an emotional date where Clayton and the woman bravely open up about their insecurities. This is going to be exciting. We saw Nick Vile do this on Katie Thurston's season where he came in and hosted one of those group dates. And Becca Kufrin is also going to be stopping by, I think, for an extreme scavenger hunt for the one-on-one date in downtown Los Angeles. So we have Becca and Kaitlyn back on our TV screens. We obviously love them both, but Morgan, who are you more excited to see?
Oh, that's a tough question because they're definitely both in my top 5, maybe even top 3. I will say
Ooh,
I'm more excited to see Caitlyn just because I feel like her and I have similar personalities. But I love them both. I
can
mean,
you
I'm
DM
excited to see
her?
them both. Yeah, and we're Instagram friends, so that's always fun.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I'm excited to see Becca because I did just meet Becca and got to spend some time with her almost a month or two ago, and she was so awesome and so cool. And she wasn't even my favorite bachelorette, but after kind of talking to her, I was like, I really like her. So I'm excited to see her back on our TV screens. And I think Kaitlyn Bristowe is going to do a really good job getting deep with the guys. And I think Becca will keep it more light and fun. But back at the mansion, there's gonna be some drama. One of the ladies unknowingly sets off a new set of drama dominoes when she cooks the house a shrimp snack. Then it's time to kick up some sand when the former Baywatch star Nicole Eggert takes over the second group date through a romantic lifeguard training session. And the date does not go as expected, as one woman is disappointed and ready to make waves again. And they're asking us, will Clayton reward her efforts to protect him by giving her the group date rose or pushed back to his limits? So, a lot to break down here, but let's start with this. There's something going on back at the house where one of the girls is setting off drama by making a house shrimp snack. Morgan, what does this mean? Do you have any predictions who this girl could be?
I have absolutely no idea. And you know what's so funny is I was just thinking about this today. What is the cooking situation like in Bachelor Mansion? Like, do the girls cook themselves? Do they have somebody cooking for them? It's just one of the
Yeah.
unanswered questions that we don't know about living in Bachelor Mansion. But maybe we'll get a little sneak preview with this shrimp snack or whatever it is. I don't know how shrimp could cause drama, but this is The Bachelor after all. So nothing is
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah, so I think it's a little mixture of both. I think the producers go grocery shopping and the girls kinda help themselves, but then obviously on dates, especially when they're leaving all day, there'll be, food, and I'm sure they, have a lot of food delivered and catered in, like, most days, but I think the girls are definitely doing a lot of cooking, especially for breakfast and late night snacks, and the fridge is always stocked, so, good for them because, I mean, free food for 2 months, like, if you're not getting paid to be on the show, at least you're eating well. And there's gonna be a lot of drama on this Baywatch group date. I'm really excited about this Baywatch group date because this was one of the previews as seen in the original Clayton trailer, and it says one woman is going to be making waves yet again. Who do you think they're talking about, Morgan?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of who has made waves thus far, and the
Shanae.
only yeah, I mean, it's gotta be Shanae because the only other person that comes to mind is Cassidy, and we know that she's gonna get kicked off. So, I'm guessing Shanae.
And I wonder what she's going to do because it says, will Clayton reward her efforts to protect her by giving the group date rose or be pushed to his limits? And I feel like we've seen a lot of Shanae in the trailer, and she's definitely emerging as the villain of the season. But I don't know, Bachelor villains don't make it super far anymore. With Queen Victoria, she was eliminated on after a few weeks. And back in the day, they used to have the Bachelor villains make it all the way to the end. Like Corinne made it to the top four. Courtney Robertson was even won the season. So how do we think Shanae is going to fare out the rest of the season? Because she does have this big target on her back.
Yeah, well, kinda like I said before, I think that, Clayton is easily swayed by production. So, I feel like if production wants the villain to stay, the villain is going to stay. And she might not win,
Absolutely.
but, she's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, I think she'll be around a couple more weeks. And we did kind of gloss over the one-on-one date, which Becca Kuf is going to be hosted, or Becca Kufrin. I call her Becca Kuf. But who do we think is going to get the one-on-one date this week, or who do you want to see getting the one-on-one date?
Teddy, I think she'll get the one-on-one date this week. They've been building her up a lot,
Ooh.
so I'm hoping that she does get it.
Yeah, Teddy is cool. I would like to see Rachel get the one-on-one date, the pilot. She came in with the older lady. She's been getting a lot of attention. People are looking at her as like possibly a winner pick, but she's also low key, so we don't really know. We know Susie got the first one-on-one date, so she is in pretty good standing with Clayton. But I would like to see Rachel get a little bit more airtime because I feel like her and Clayton could actually be a good connection. Morgan, what are your final thoughts for next week's episode? We kind of broke it all down. What do we really think is going to happen?
Well, I am glad that you said Rachel because she is my final rose pick. I just have
Wow.
a intuition, a gut check that she is going to be the final rose. And I mean, I live in Ohio and she went to Ohio University, so we have to stick together. As far
Love
as
that.
next week, I mean, I think it's going to be very dramatic. Jesse Palmer has said a lot that this is the most dramatic season ever. And I know that we hear that every season, but he says that there's a lot of firsts that Bachelor Nation has never seen before. So I'm expecting Clayton to bring his dramatic A game.
Absolutely. And I think it's going to pick up right where we left off because last week's episode or the week before was so messy and there was so much attention and drama and it carried on to social media throughout the week. But then this week, it was very low key and we were talking about other Bachelor Nation things. So we're going to get the ball rolling. There's going to be a lot to discuss next week when we break it all down. Let us know your thoughts and predictions for next week's episode of The Bachelor. Be sure to comment them down below and be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so you never miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined by the lovely Morgan Wright. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so be sure to give us a follow, come say hello, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.
Bye.